Welcome back everyone to our gameplay of Farmer's Dynasty. So as we get started in today's video on the farm, let's take a look at our water level for our tomato seedlings. And you notice that we are right in the green area to the far right of the comfort level, which is exactly where we want to be. And so that means we really don't want to add any water right now, because if we add any water, we'll probably get into the wet area. So we'll keep a check on this from time to time. As I would imagine, being in that comfort area is going to be the highest yield whenever those tomatoes are finally ready for us. And of course, when we were together last, we worked these two fields, or more correctly, we had the AI workers work these fields, and we come away with somewhere around 13,100, 13,200, or a little bit more than that in our profit. So I did a little bit of figuring on how much it would cost for the AI to simply do all of the work. Now, in this case, I went ahead and plowed this field because I wanted to see how long it would take me and how easy of a chore it would actually be. But normally it would cost $285 for that. Same for the cultivating. Then you get into the cost of sowing, fertilizing, and then finally the harvesting that we did last time. So as I started adding these things up, it's going to take somewhere around $1,800 to $1,900 for the AI to do all of it. The one exception to that that may or may not exist is when you get to the planting part. When I get to the planting part, you can see it's $570. Is that only for the work, or does that include the seeds? My guess is that it does not include the seeds, but at this point I have no idea. So we're just going to have to try it and find out, which is basically the way that we've done everything in this game to this point, because this game is not great about giving you a ton of information, or at least not in a place where I have been able to find it yet. As I mentioned in previous videos, I feel like this game has a menu or two that are just hidden from me at this point, and I don't know where to get to them. Could be my fault. It is entirely possible, but I feel like I'm needing information that I'm just not getting. So let's go ahead and get started with our work on this field. We've already plowed it to 100%. So let's go ahead and cultivate. We'll let the game do that. We just hired a worker. We'll see what kind of equipment he comes over to cultivate this with and just how long it takes him, because I figure this is going to give us some time to travel around the map and rack up some social points, maybe even earn a little bit of actual cash that we can use to expand our farm. I will also, at this point, wouldn't mind selling some of the equipment we've already got if this works out the way I think it will. So we've got a lot of options right now. So let's come in and let's go ahead and plow this field. So this field will be one step behind. All right, so we've got both of these workers ordered. Let's see when the first one shows up. I think that's just a car that went by instead of a worker. And again, they could come from really any direction. I'm imagining most of them are going to come down the road. Yep, in fact, I see him right there. So let's see what kind of equipment. Already we know he's got a much better tractor than us. Oh, he's going around the world again. We saw the combine do this very same thing. All right, so he's going to go around the world, but eventually he's going to get here. And then as soon as he gets here and I get to see him get started, we are going to take off and we're going to purchase a cat for one thing, which means we're going to need to head over to the storefront where we saw the cat available for purchase last time. We need a cat because I keep getting these messages that we're losing food from the pantry to mice. So we're going to buy a cat, and hopefully that will take care of our issue, because we certainly want to keep all the food we can. All right. Oh, actually, this is the guy with the plow. All right, the cultivator, and that is a huge plow, by the way. Here he comes. Here comes our cultivator. Much smaller tractor, it appears, or at least identical, maybe. Hard to tell from the distance we are. But now we've got both guys up and running. And as I mentioned last time, I really like how this process works in game. All right, so there's our cultivator. In fact, we saw one of these for sale last time. So this guy is going to cultivate, and it doesn't look like it's going to take him too terribly long, because that's a pretty wide working width Probably a little bit more than what we had on our old cultivator. All right, let's hop over and take a quick look at this guy plowing. Yeah, that's a pretty nice tractor. Looks like it's identical to the other. So here's the plowing. That is a very nice plow, and he is doing some nice work with it too. Oh, we've got issues with the AI. They're having to get by one another. We're moving slow. Now, the problem is there's tons of room in between these guys. Oh, there we go. One of them disappeared. Okay, well, I guess that's one way of taking care of the issue. Just have one of them warp to a different place on the field. Hopefully that won't affect our yield any. But, all right, I like this. This is very good. So let's pop up our map. We want to go back to... was it here we found that? Where was that? Let's see, it wasn't the vehicle store. I think that's it. Let's go ahead and put a mark right there. And in fact, I'm pretty sure that that's where we want to be. So let's just go ahead and hop in the pickup truck. And we want to go in that direction. So we'll turn left. And I'm going to press the T key, which is... Ooh, hold on. That's our cruise control. And we're going to follow the paved road for a little while. Alright, so just as a quick update to the way our last video ended, we were able to get the baler for completing some repair work. I took care of that. Unfortunately, right now, I don't have any way to get the baler back because there's no hitch on the back of this truck to get it there, and I really don't want to have to drive the combine over there, even if it does have a hitch. I haven't looked because it's way too slow for me to think about driving it all the way over here. So for right now, it's still right where it was. All right, we are coming up quickly on these guys in front of us. Let's see, can we... Now in the US, whenever you see white dotted lines like this, that means one-way traffic. So clearly that's not what it means here. All right, let's hop in to the agricultural shop. Let's see if we can't find ourselves what we need here. So let's go ahead and press enter. Let's see, animals, yes, 150 US dollars. So let's go ahead and buy that. And I'm assuming that the cat spawns back at the house, I would imagine. Alright, so we only need one cat, so now that's taken care of. What happens if we need to buy? So let's see. Let's take a look at the prices real quick. And let's get back over here. Let's see, per ton. Looks like, wow, $8.91 for peas, $7.10 for soy, $7.56 for lupine. And those seem to be the most. Now, of course, we don't know what the yield is on our field, so it could be that the peas pay the most per ton, but you get a lot less as far as yield goes. So not sure, but actually I think I'm willing to take that chance right now. So let's go with peas and see if we can afford this. All right, so 1,000 kilograms is 765 US dollars. Okay, not terrible. But again, we just don't know how much 1,000 kilograms is for us. So right now we're not going to make that purchase because one of the things I want to see is, okay, we're 34% here, 27 there. I want to see what happens when I try to hire a worker to start seeding if I don't own any seed already. Is it just part of the price? Is it not? I want to find that out. All right, looks like this guy's got a quest to plow a field. I don't think we really want to do that right now. I've sort of got my eye on this field, 1.87. It's about $30,000, assuming we don't use any of our social points. And I kind of like that. That is going to be a huge field. and should have some very nice yield. And speaking of the yield, I plan on fertilizing this time around. If you remember when we looked here earlier, I'm pretty sure it was not fertilized, either of these two fields. So if that's the case, then we ought to be able to fertilize and get quite a bit more yield, making them that much more profitable. But for right now, it does not appear that they were originally fertilized. So that gets me even more excited. So I think the next place we want to branch out is right here for about 30,000. It might take us a few more harvests to get there. I don't know how many we have left in the year since we are into August right now, but we'll just have to wait and see, just like everything else in this game. So for right now, why don't we head over, let's head over to the place to relax, because we might be able to find some work here. We might find some people to talk to, increase our social standing. So let's go ahead and head over to this area. And who knows, we might be back to the store here later on. In fact, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just leave our truck right here so that we can instantly spawn over here whenever we need to. But for now, we will go ahead and hop in and use it for our transportation. But in the future, that might not be a bad idea. I haven't seen a way to purchase seeds from our farm directly, but who knows, there might be a way to do that. All right, so let's see, how are we going to get over here? Oh, we're going across the train tracks. And let's just cut through. Oh, I thought that was the train tracks. It's just a road. All right, surely this road, yeah, it's going to fork and head off in that direction. All right, do we see anybody? Looks like somebody, either that or it's a bird over there. So the last time we were over here, there was nobody here. There's a bird here and no one else. Okay, so everybody's either hard at work or just not looking to relax by the lake right now. Alright, let's hop back over to the store, because I want to find out if we can sell our existing equipment without driving it over here. I don't know that we can sell it at all, but if we can, I would certainly like to do so without having to drive it over here. Alright, I'm looking for an icon, something to pop up for a menu other than coming over and purchasing one of these. What if I get over in this area? Let's press like we're going to buy it. No option that I can tell. Is there any way I can get in here? I see some doors around back. Can we use those? Those apparently are not a real thing. Okay, so at this point, it would appear as though we just can't do that. All right, so no ability to sell our equipment, at least not that I can find right now. Let's head back to the map. So we had no luck here. Let's actually head over to this next farm right back there and see if they need any help. The idea is to have the AI working on the farm while we go out and hunt for additional work. Oh, we notice an old cedar. Perhaps the owner would like to sell it for cheap. And is that right where we're headed? Yes, it is. All right, so let's see. Oh, look out. Running over pylons. Let's see what this guy has for us. Not that we really need the cedar, but at some point I'm hoping we can sell some of this stuff. And if we can...
Yo, man. What's up?
You tell me. You don't look so good.
Had a rough night. Really rough, man. God, my head.
Uh-oh. This guy partied a little bit too hard.
Yours?
Sure is. Why ask?
I just moved in, and I could use a cedar, even as old as this one.
Let me think. Perhaps if you help me, I can help you.
Okay, I hear you.
I was hired to plow a field nearby, but I can barely move my legs today. What if you plow it for me?
Sure.
And then fix these 2 greenhouses for me. My ma will be
Wow.
so happy. Then I give you the cedar for free. What you think?
All right, no problem.
Sure.
We'll do it.
You got a deal.
All right. Good luck. See you around.
All right, so let's go ahead and work on this. Let's see. Well, this greenhouse looks like it's in good shape. So it wants us to plow the field. I wonder if it'll let us get by with fixing this greenhouse while we're here. I would really appreciate that, because I've got a feeling that it's going to want us to go back to our farm and grab our own equipment. And that's going to take a little while. So it would be nice if we could finish up all of our work here first. So we're making quick work of the outside. I'm going to keep working on this, then I'll bring you guys back as soon as we're done. All right, so we're headed back to the farm right now so that we can pick up our tractor and our plow. And so that means that the field that we need to plow will definitely have to use our own equipment. I also see that it appears that these guys are done working on our fields. And let's just take a look. I do see, wow, I mean the LODs here need a lot of work. But it does appear as though these guys are both done. Yes, in fact, we see the last guy disappearing now. So we'll hop over and take a look before we grab the tractor. All right, let's pull up our menu, scroll in a little bit. Plowed 100%, cultivated 100%. Okay, good. This one is plowed. Let's go ahead and cultivate. Okay, done there. And so we're going to cultivate. Wait a minute. Why does it show that there is a worker hired for both of these to cultivate? Well, that is odd. Because I didn't do that, I don't think. So here comes the tractor. So are we going to pay double? How did I end up selecting both of these to cultivate? Now this one definitely doesn't look like it's been cultivated. I don't know. We'll have to see how this works out, because that is very odd. I was really, really hoping that we could go ahead and get started on maybe some fertilizing or planting, whichever one it wants to do first. But it is looking like that's not going to happen. All right, so this guy's coming in from this side, which makes me think he's going to work this field. I haven't seen anybody up here for this one yet. And of course, if we clicked on both of them, we did them at the same time. So let's see what this guy's got for an attachment. Looks like he's got the cultivator. All right, which would be good. That would be correct for this particular field. All right, so nobody has showed up for this one yet. Let's take another peek. And nope, they're not going to let me get by with that. I don't know how to cancel it. I mean, I don't want to cancel this guy. Who is that? This guy. Yeah, let's click to cancel him. So we still got this guy hard at work. He's cultivating. All right, good. Whew, that had me scared there for a minute. So does it want us to fertilize the ground before we sow? By the way this is listed, it really looks like it wants us to go ahead and sow first. So let's go ahead and sow our peas, and let's find out if we're going to need to purchase seeds. All right, so sow peas. Does it work? He is driving to the field and will start shortly. Okay, it doesn't appear as though we had to purchase any seeds, but I guess we're going to find out more here in just a moment. So let's pull up our map. There's our worker, who appears to be right over the hill. So now I'm interested to see where he's coming from. I assume they just spawn in just out of view and then do their work. Alright, so yeah, this guy is definitely cultivating now, and you can see that is making it look just like this other field. Alright, it says our hired worker is just over here. And there he is. Alright, so this guy's playing in the grass. Yes he is. Let's see if he gets busy and starts his way over. Okay. That's dangerous. It looks like he's coming my direction. Alright, so let's make sure that he gets started, because I wouldn't be totally surprised if he got to the edge of the field and gave us a message, something to the effect of, you don't have any seeds to take care of this task. That would not surprise me at all. Alright, let's run the bird off. Which reminds me, I believe we can put a scarecrow out here. Right in the center. I don't know what triggers the ability to do that, though. Alright, let's let this guy get started. Here he comes with the cedar. Alright, there he goes. Stirring up quite a bit of dust in the process. Alright, so he is underway. Let's check the process, and there you see, sown is peas, 1.32%. Over here, 25% done with the cultivation. 1.32, okay. Everything appears to be in good shape. Of course, the animations, this is not in contact with the ground, but we're not going to worry about that. We've got our plow. We've got our destination, which is, you might have noticed earlier, it is right over there. So we're going to head that direction, see if we can't get some plowing done. Alright, as you can see, we are making some good progress on plowing this field. There was no way I was going to include all of the plowing in today's video, because it would have taken long enough to be its own separate video, because with our plow and tractor combination on this field, which is something like 1.7 hectares, that would have taken a full video in and of itself. So I've completed nearly 90%. In fact, you can see we're now at 90%. But we now have another issue creeping in, and that is the fuel in our tractor. So hopefully we'll have enough to get finished, and then to find a gas station nearby. Supposedly there is a way to refuel at our farm. I have not taken a look around in detail, but I imagine I've got a pretty good idea of where it is, if there is indeed a place to go. And it would only make sense that there's a place on our farm to refill the equipment. But right now we are way too far away. You can see about 1,100, 1,200 meters from our farm. So we'll need to find, in all likelihood, a closer source nearby. You can see I'm not doing the straight lanes. I am simply going around in circles. It doesn't seem to matter. It makes for the path throughout the field, but it doesn't seem to affect the yield or anything like that. So I'm not too terribly worried about it. In fact, as we get to the corners here, you can see I'm cutting the corners and not quite getting all of the land. So we may have to make a few passes toward the end here around that, but let's see, let's go ahead and back up. We're getting a little bit too far off the path, but yeah, you can definitely see we're making some ruts. Okay, let's turn our cruise control back on. And all right, so just another time or two down, we should be done. One time down through the center here, and then maybe a time or two across these corners if we need a few more percent. But we are getting extremely close to being done with this. And of course, we have a very nice reward of a cedar that is sitting and waiting for us. I've already completed the repairs there on their farm, so that part should be all taken care of. Now we'll just wait and see if I indeed got all the repairs done that we needed. Also, back on our farm and our 2 fields, work continues. In fact, it should be about done. We'll check that here in just a moment, but I've kept those guys going, and in the time it's taken me to plow this entire thing, they've basically done 3 rounds of work from, you know, cultivating, seeding, and fertilizing. So we'll see how far along everything is here in just a moment. I tell you what, let's go ahead and start over here on the side. We are just chewing up this field right now. All right, so let's go ahead, drop the plow, and once again we'll turn on. We'll try to at least get one swipe down through here. This is a highly scientific method that I'm using here. It's not for everyone, so for those of you trying to copy this, I wouldn't advise it. It is a highly detailed, highly scientific method, only suitable for those who are willing to accept the extreme results that you're going to get. There we go. All right, fix Sam's greenhouses. All right, we've already done that. All right, at least I think we've already done that. That was my intention anyway. We'll put it that way. All right, so let's see where we are. So we've got a guy sowing. Is he done? 95%, so he's almost done. And then fertilizing, 100%. So this field is actually done. And we'll have to see how this goes in the next few days as to whether or not we're going to be able to get this thing harvested before winter comes. But it looks like the sowing is almost done at 95%. Then we'll get the fertilizer on there, and we should be good to go. All right, so now let's come back out to where we are. And so we need to head right over here and see Sam. And as always, we're using our highly scientific method for destroying his farm after we have just gotten done with work on the field. No doubt he will enjoy that and be a big fan of it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not mean to go across your field. I did not realize that was there. That's my bad. That's totally my bad.
All done.
Thanks, man. Appreciated. The cedar's yours. Now I need some rest.
Need some rest, he says. All right, so where is this cedar? Can we... Oh, yeah, this is definitely old school. All right, so we need something that can actually pull that, which we don't have right now. Let's see. I'm not actually sure. Yeah, actually, we could probably pull that on the tractor, but naturally we've got a plow on here right now, so that's not going to help us any. We need to find some fuel. Where is there any fuel between here and our farm? And it would appear as though the answer to that is a firm no. Because, I mean, we've got gas station over here, but that is a longer distance than if we just went back to the house. So I'm just going to drop that down there. How close are we? Oh yeah, we're basically done here. We'll go ahead and let him continue on. Alright, we are getting hungry. Okay, well that's fine. We'll get something to eat here momentarily. We're running out of daylight. So I'll be stopping here in just a moment to try and get that last fertilizing field work up and started. Alright, there we go. So that guy is leaving. He should disappear here in just a moment, but we'll wait just to make sure we don't cause any issues with the game. We're going to let this guy get completely done. And okay. So he's still there. He hasn't despawned just yet. So we've got that planter, but now it's probably going to stay exactly where it is for a little while because it is agonizing to have to drive this tractor all the way over here. Certainly not something I'm interested in doing. Alright, he should despawn here in just a moment because he's made it to about the spot where they spawn in. And the reason I'm trying to get this started is I don't know if when it turns dark there is some sort of... Oh, thank you for stopping. I was going to try to go around behind you. Not sure if there's something that's going to keep me from hiring another worker once it gets dark. Hope not, because I would really like to get both fields done on the same day and have that part of it out of the way. Really? I mean, how long is this guy going to have to go? I really hate to cancel him out because I'm afraid that it's going to cancel out the work he's already done, and we certainly don't want that. So I'm willing to give him a little bit of time to get out of the way, even if it's not the most efficient way for us. Yep, apparently he's just going to drive home. I think we're going to meet him on the track here just momentarily on our cobblestone path. He might use some rest. Yes, I agree with you. We are likely very tired. Alright, so he's still there. In fact, there he is. Just up over the hill. I'm not sure what he's waiting on to despawn. But you just go ahead and despawn whenever you're ready. Alright, what about our fuel? 17%. Oh, we got tons of fuel. Oh, look out. There's some rocks right there. Okay, I think I'm going to... Let's see. Let's go ahead and lower the machine and detach it. Oh, goodness. What's happening to my camera? Alright, that was no good. Alright, so it looks like he is gone. So let's see if we can hire somebody to fertilize. And we have just hired somebody to fertilize the field. Yes, please. Alright, now let's go find the refuel. And can we get the tractor through here? You can just see where I've dumped some of the other equipment. Alright, is it on the other side? Let's go ahead and hop out real quick. Because I think, let's see, where is it? I saw that. Okay, here's where I think the fuel is. Can we get in from this side? Yeah. I think we can get in from right over here. We're going to turn our lights on. Ooh, those are some bright lights. Alright, if we pull through here, let's see if this will let us... Oh, here we go. Enter fuel tank. Alright, ooh, renew and repaint. Okay. It is filled there. What if we refuel? How much do we already have? Fuel in stock, 40. Did that do it? Yes, it did. That took no time at all. Can we wash? Does that cost us anything? Let's go ahead and wash this thing. Did it wash it? Well, in a manner of speaking, I guess it did. Okay, not bad. Let's head over to the field and let's just take a look. Is our guy here? Yes, he is. There he is. He's coming right over to fertilize. Our bird is back to visit. All right, so before we call it a day, let's take a quick look. This field which would be this field over here to our left, as we're looking at it right now, is completely done. It has been sown and fertilized. Now we're working on fertilizing this field to the right, and we should be in good shape. We'll see how long it takes this to grow and mature, but for right now, we are in excellent shape. And with that in mind, that's going to do it for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned for more Farmers Dynasty.